All right, gentlemen. Lesson 4, the percent equation. Frankly, I think this is going to be the easiest lesson of all the stuff we did. Not that the other ones were difficult, but to me, I find this process is the most simplest form of finding percents that I've seen explained via the book. Not that they're wrong, they're just different. I don't like different. I like different. I'm a different person. Frankly, I just think, I don't know, I like this method a lot better, and typically you guys seem to do better, not because I'm bad at explaining the other parts, but you seem to also similarly like the same methods that I like. I don't know if you're just trying to be, suck-ups or what, but that's how it usually seems to go. So hopefully this is a good lesson. All right. So to use the equation, if you're finding the percent, and you're given this in words again, 3 is what percent of 6. 3 stands for equals. What is usually the variable. Again, I like to use question marks. Why not? The word of means multiplication, and 6. So you're literally translating a mathematical sentence. It's been a long day. You're literally translating a sentence into a mathematical sentence. This reads exactly the same. 3 is what times 6. In this case, that what is going to be the percent, because that's what I'm looking for. Okay, if I'm finding the little piece of the part, what number is 50% of 6? What number is 50% as a decimal of 6? And if I'm looking for the whole number, 3 is 50% of what number? So 3 is 50% of what? It's literally word math, works great. All right, you can use a percent proportion, again, just a different way of showing it visually. I think this is the easiest way because I can just take any sentence and I can go boom, no matter the way it's written, I can figure it out. What number is 12% of 150? So what is my question mark number? Again, that's telling me I'm going to physically get a number answer. Is equals 12% is 0.12, of means multiply, and 150. So I'm going to multiply 0.12 times 150, and it tells me it's going to be just a regular number answer, and I'm going to multiply those two numbers, and I get 18. Boom. Simple. So we're going to write an equation for each problem, then solve. A says what is 6% of 200? So what is 6% of 200? 12. Find 72% of 50. So I have this part, which is most of the words. Of means multiply. I need to get some kind of an answer. So even though it doesn't say what is 72% of 50? It's 36. What is 14% of 150? What is 14% of 150? 21. And last one, do it on your own. Okay, probably didn't even need a calculator. Half of 70 is 35. All right, now we're going to switch it up. 21 is what percent of 40? So 21 is what percent of 40? So I have my question mark times 40. I need to undo that multiplication to get the question mark. So I'm going to divide both sides by 40. And I get 0.525. And I know as percents, I have to change it back. So that's 52.5%. I'll give you a little hint. I can go from this to that in my calculator. You just move the decimal place 2 to the left. Right. I'm thinking backwards to show you I go that way, which is to my left. All right, what percent of 40 is 9? So since even though this sentence is backwards, we can still write it the same way. What percent, so what, of 40 is 9? Boom. I don't have to change my sentence around just because my English sentence is written in a different format. I can just do the same thing. So again, I'm going to divide by 40. Need to flip my page because I don't have all the answers memorized. You get 22.5%. 27 is what percent of 150? So 27 is what percent of 150? Divide both sides by 150. Should get 18%. All right, 13 is 26% of what number? So now we're going to go it in the opposite way. Still, look for the key words. What comes where? What's to write next? What does each one mean? 13 is 26%, of what number? So again, we're still being multiplied with our question mark, but it's just in a different location. So now I'm going to divide both sides by 0.26. And since this is going to give me a number, there's no percent, there's no nothing, it's just 50. All right, gentlemen, write and solve these two equations, then we'll come back and see what we come up with. $46.4 and 173.1. The survey found that 25% of people aged 18 to 24, not me, gave up their home phone and only used a cell phone. If 3,264 people only use a cell phone, how many people were surveyed? Well, let's think about it. I've got this number and I've got this number. If 3,260 people only use a cell phone, how many were surveyed? So I want to know the whole. I'm missing the outside piece. So I want to know what 25% of that number is. So 3,264 is equal to 25% of what? Is essentially what this question is asking me. So I need to divide both sides by 0.25. And I should get 13,056 people. Told you guys were gonna like that one. It's gonna fly by.